It's finals time. Do we have Lake Nader and or H-Space in the chat right now? How big was this tournament? 128 players. We started by filling with getting all the subs in who wanted to play, but like maybe like 2/3 were actually just plebs. So it was subs and plebs. Look at this guy. Lost on the first. Oh, that's me. Oh my god. Savjz Sub Tournament 2. Lake Nader versus H-Space. H-Space seemed like he had a pretty damn juicy deck from that what I saw before. Here we go. Iron Fog Gold Mine. Not bad, not bad. Also a very favorable lane here. I can't zoom out just yet. We gotta wait a little bit. It's a good lane for H-Space getting these against each other and having that Iron Fog Gold Mine to begin with. On the middle lane we have Magnus from H-Space and Lycan from Lake Nader. This is looking alright for Lake Nader here. Getting that extra creep damage buff from the Feral Impulse too on the Magnus. Not too bad. And on the last lane, getting a trade off with the Sniper. Sniper not... normally you don't see Sniper on the flop in the first 3 heroes. Sniper is maybe stronger when you play him a little bit later. But here it works out just fine. Got a good matchup. No red hero or anything like that to face off with, and they are both gonna be going down. H-Space has the option here to no accident the Disciple of Nevermore, and I would expect him to do it. Not quite enough on the Sniper. It would deal 5 damage due to the minus armor, but would not take out the Sniper, so it's going to either happen on the Disciple or not at all. I would love to see that here, but if he chooses to save it, yep, he is going to go for it. I'm definitely agreeing with this decision. And both heroes dead. H-Space going to the first shopping phase with 15 gold in to use, and let's see. Oh, Colog of Endless Carnage. While it could have been nice if it was the first item he would have picked up, now after he already bought a cloak, he no longer had enough to buy it, so only coming away with 1 Traveler's Cloak and a Potion of Knowledge from this round. A little bit disappointing considering he has so much to spare. Alright, Zeus is getting deployed on the turn, and H-Space is going for the 3rd lane with that Dimensional Portal. Probably the thinking here is mostly that he really wants to play that blue card, and middle lane is playing a green card, and there's a good chance that there will be a black card for the left lane, so just being able to utilize all the mana well is something that you often want to do in a game of Artifact. And here we go, Assault Ladders, John. I would love to see an Assault Ladders from the Sorla, but not on this lane, but instead on the 3rd lane. It seems like it would combo pretty nicely with the Dimensional Portal that's also coming. You know that it's gonna be an empty lane, so I would absolutely love to see the Assault Ladders from H-Space to the 3rd lane. Meanwhile, Lake Nader has some options here. Rumor's Blessing looking pretty solid, keeping those creeps alive, holding the line. Prowler Vanguard could have also been played here in front of the Sorla, but they would have just died off, so I definitely like this. And there's the Assault Ladders. He did use it on the 3rd lane. Seems good. He does not have the initiative. He could use the Potion of Knowledge here. Might as well. And in here, Arm the Rebellion looking good for Lake Nader, and while Empower seems nice for H-Space. He also has the Traveler's Cloak, so looks like having just 1 cloak was enough here. It would also be an option, just let the Magnus die and kind of like give up on the mid lane, but I think I would like to see him fight for it. At least for now, you don't want to give up on it just yet. And you don't need to also save the cloak for anything else. The Zeus does not need a cloak because the 3rd lane is not contested right now. And here it is, the Dimensional Portal coming down. And in combination with those Assault Ladders, dealing a whooping 21 damage. While taking a strong grip on the lane. I would say the early lead is... or like the early game is definitely favoring H-Space here. Although the lane 1 with the Ignite and the Sorla almost going down. It's still anybody's game.
15 seconds
Lake
remaining.
Nader also deploying 3 heroes here. While H-Base is deploying 2. So where do these heroes go? Yeah, I like going mid for H-Base. I don't know if how much you want to go to the left, because it's such a tough lane to crack right now. And the Ignite is also there, so if I was H-Base, I would probably focus on the mid and the right lane. Not sure if I would put anything, maybe even both mid. Would that be too much? It would maybe be too much. Maybe the black hero to the right and blue to the middle. Lake Nader, not gonna give up on the third lane. He realized that there's actually a chance that H-Base would be able to aid the second tower. Yeah, I'm okay with this. From both players, this seem like pretty good deployments. Pretty alright. That Skyvrat mage, well done by Lake Nader. They're putting the Skyvrat mage in the middle instead of the Ogre Magi, because that ability is looking pretty juicy with the -2 armor when you can hit 3 heroes with it. Wow, that's concussive shot. It doesn't get much better than that. In here, the Sorla. H-Base does have the healing salve. He could save the Sorla if he wants to. It's definitely an option here. The action, however, right now is on Lake Nader. He has Prowler, Vanguard, and Intimidation that are playable right now. Healing Salve, no use for him in the current situation. Intimidation, yeah, I don't think so. I like just pass, and he also chooses to pass. Here we go, and H-Base with Glory Vandal and Heap Fire. Healing Salve, do you just give up on this lane? I think I would... It's a tough call. The Glory Vandal, the Hip Fire is not doing a whole lot because of the 1 armor. If there was no armor on the creep in front of Sorla, I would love to see the Hip Fire, because then it would let Sorla connect to the Ancient Tower, but that's not the case. It's a tough situation. The Glory Vandal also just going down to the Farfan here. Also a consideration, what do you want to do on the other lanes? Yeah, seems alright. I think it was either this or do the Healing Salve if you want to keep it alive, but being able to, just letting the Sorla die in order to redeploy her on either the mid lane or the right lane seems like a good call. I like this. So far, I have to say I've been really digging the way both players have been playing here. And there's the concussive shot. Whew! Oh my goodness. Alright. Healing Salve, well this is probably gonna be it on the Magnus now. I don't really see should he is there any reason to hold on to it? Going for the Heap Fire on the creep. The Heap Fire not sufficient on the heroes, so seems like a good call. Now he would get the Depi to leave potentially. Intimidation on the Magnus goes on the third lane. That now, because of the Magnus cleave damage, the Lycan was going to die, but now after this, the Lycan will also live, even with this weapon. Wow. Alright, I would say that went pretty alright for Lake Nader. However, he does not have a good way to deal with that Magnus on the third lane right now, so even though the Magnus was removed from the mid lane, it's still getting some stuff done on the third lane and not being useless. Third lane is a contested lane too, so when you intimidate, you generally want the heroes to land on lanes that are already that your opponent is already winning, so it makes them overcommit or so. No playable cards for either player here. They did have 4 mana cards, but not in the color of their heroes. And here we go to turn 3. This is or is it turn 4? Excuse me. Let's see what items the players come up with. For Lake Nader, we have Traveler's Cloak, Town Portal Scroll, and Shield of Basilius. H-Base thinking if he wants to pick up the Broadsword or the Potion of Knowledge. The Emblem, I mean, it would also sort of work with the Zeus in some niche situations, but I think that's too hard to pull off. I wouldn't mind the Potion of Knowledge. Yeah, I think that's good. And right now, this is going to start to be a game of initiative, because both players have very powerful 6 mana cards. And right now, it's H-Base with the initiative. He has the Luna, which obviously adds the Eclipses as signature cards to the deck. And Lake Nader has a Mystic Flare from the Skyvrat Mage. So the 6 mana turn in with heroes like this is a very defining turn, I would say. So having initiative here is more important than the initiative has been on the earlier turns. Lake Nader, free to play anything he wants to, going for the Wolf. Prowler Vanguard, no use here, and on the middle lane he knows that it's not going to be the Wolf that he wants to play, so very straightforward play here. Pulling a little bit even further ahead on this first lane. And here we go. 6 mana for H-Space. He needs to make a big play here. He could friendly fire his opponent's heroes. He's choosing to start off with the Healing Salve, probably to play around the Mystic Flare. He knows that after the Luna has been healed to 8, most likely there isn't a card that would kill the Luna off. If Lake Nader had a friendly fire, that would be absolutely brutal, because the Debbie the Cunning deals +2 damage when attacking a hero. But here we go, it's going to be the Mystic Flare taking out the Debbie and the Creep. And H-Base looking at either a Dimensional Portal or a Friendly Fire to kill the Lycan with. Ooh, there's the Cloak. So now, oh, this is getting a little bit tougher. Eclipse with only 3 charges right now. You go for the Portal. Is the friendly? How good is the Friendly Fire for the last lane? It is actually really good for the last lane, because the Zeus ability will finish these off. So the initiative is worth a lot for H-Base right now, and I considering the circumstance, since he didn't start, I really like the pass here and just go for the Friendly Fire on lane 3. Lake Nader, no mana. He has here the item. He has another one with the TP scroll, but no reason to TP out either one of these. And this is certainly going to be a. Well, I mean, it could be either one. It could actually be either one. Yeah, that was my first instinct as well, but the Eclipse would have also done it. And the first tower is going to go down here. It is going to be H-Base taking the lane 3 defense tower here. What were these called again? It's the defense tower and then it's the ancient tower, right? Okay. Sweet. No mana. It's gonna do it on that lane. So now H-Base is going to have to either try to figure out if he wants to try to push for the 80, which certainly is an option, because especially since he has the assault ladders on that lane, or try to get a TP scroll to relocate his heroes. He could also use a TP scroll to relocate another hero. I think if I'm H-Space, I'm gonna start thinking about the 80 on the right lane here. Like, how do you pull that out? What is the best way to do that? He's going to go middle lane with the Sorla to begin with, though. He does not want to just give it up. But the left lane looks like it's going to be a little bit too much to handle with the hand that he has. Black cards also, they're not really too helpful in turning around the lane, so H-Base completely giving up the lane 1 at this point. And Lake Nader will be taking it in a couple of turns. I wouldn't expect him to also commit anything more here. Could even consider the TP scroll just to get the Farfan to be redeployed on the middle or the right lane. I don't think that's out of the question, but at that point there could be some, okay, if H-Base return to the lane, that could be a thing. So I think you just keep it there for now. But maybe next turn, if you have lethal on the tower, even without the Farfan, it's a good time to pull it out. Going for 80, not looking too good, although he does have the Disciple of Nevermore in his hand. There you go, the Skywrath Mage, and is this gonna be a time for an Eclipse? 4 charges on it. So if you go for the Eclipse, starts with the plus health item gaining +8 on the Luna. So now if the creep next to Luna dies, that would be that is going to draw him a card. And there we go, the Sorlakan goes down, but that is the less important one of the 2 heroes for H-Base for sure. And here, his opponent now only has 1 mana, so I think whatever you do, starting off with the Satoru Magician seems nice. Oh, he does not go for it. He wants to save it for a little bit later on. He could have played it here because there's not really much counterplay left. So I wouldn't have minded to see the Satoru first. So then maybe next turn he would have been able to double Eclipse. But he is going to save it for now. And maybe he's saving it for the 3rd lane. Interesting. We'll see. The dimensional portal is certainly looking good. I don't think the eclipse was quite there yet. It's just the only thing I would have maybe done would have been to play the Satyr before doing the portal. Thanks for the sub. Adam No Oni, welcome to the channel. Savjz, how are you doing V-Play tournament? I didn't lose any matches. Alright, so this is going to be the portal then, probably, to push for the 80. I would expect that since the way that this has now played out, if you go for the portal here, you have the pressure to end the game next turn. I think you go for it, because every one of those melee creeps is going to hit the tower for 4 damage. So, it's an interesting decision. But if he does not do the dimensional portal, the chances to end the game on the lane 3 next turn will be pretty low. Yep, definitely digging the unearthed secrets here. No reason not to play it. I think I would love to see the dimensional portal, because it's pretty unlikely that Lake Nader would be really threatening to end the game.
Allow me to
okay. The Satyr a little bit less damage this turn, but I suppose he still has a good chance to end the game. I think it would have been a little bit maybe safer to use the dimensional portal, but because that would have been 12 damage instead of the 5, and that might just, if he's a tiny bit off next round, if he's just a tiny bit off, he might run into problems ending the game. The Satyr is still in his hand. He did not go for it. Okay, so this is a strong sign that he is not planning to go for the 80, at least not yet. He's not trying to rush it. He's going to play a little bit more defensive on the mid lane, I believe. And just maybe go for the 80, but a little bit in a slower manner. And just try to go play it a little bit safer, go mid, and just make sure not to lose the mid. The right lane will eventually be his. But now, Lake Nader spotting that TP on the third lane, and he's going to react to it and play the sniper there to maybe start sniping stuff, or at least slow down the H-Space from taking the 80. If not necessarily turn around the lane. Oh, he's putting both of the heroes there. Wow, okay, that's interesting. But H-Space is going to throw a black hero there. He wants to maybe go for the Assassin's Shadow. NJJO18, thank you for the sub. Welcome, welcome. Much appreciated. Thunder God's Wrath for H-Space. And the Satyr is still in his hand. I have to say, I'm a little bit confused by that. I think after the mid lane, like the opponent used the mana, I would really like to see that, and then on the third lane also, because of the assault ladders, I would not have minded to see the... Like, I am not sure why he is holding on to it now, at this stage of the game. I think either lane would have been fine. Oh, this Thunder. Oh my goodness. He nailed the Lucent Beam. Wait. Oh, that might... I think I would like to see the Thunder God's Wrath first to kill both of these. Now this might give Lake Nader an opportunity to heal up one of the heroes. I think that might have been a slight slip up from H-Space here. The Thunder God's Wrath seemed excellent. Maybe he missed the fact that the Lucent Beam hit the Skywrath. He might have missed it, because it did have 5 HP. Okay, but Lake Nader passes back. Ooh, still no Thunder Gods. Okay. Now he's going for the Satyr. Lake Nader with another chance to equip a cloak on the Skywrath, maybe. Or is he going for the thing of going for the Eclipse? There's the cloak. So now the Thunder God's no longer enough to take out that...
We have the superior position.
Alright. I think H-Space is still in a pretty comfortable position. We have the superior position, like Luna said. But it definitely felt like a little bit of a missed opportunity there. Because the opponent had 8 mana available and immediate 2 kills, just clearing off both of the heroes. And while damaging, ooh, he's going for the Eclipse, so he's probably planning to do a double Eclipse in that case.
Last mistake you will make.
Is this going to be a double Eclipse, or is this, or maybe he's saving the last one? Okay. So, while everything is said and done, it went quite well for H-Space. Yeah, it wasn't what I would have done, but it definitely got the job done. Both of the heroes are dead, and he has a lot of pressure for the next round. Here we go, an Eclipse. And That is a concede because, oh, the opponent ran out of time. So was the Lake Nader running out of time there? Oh no, and our champion is going to be H-Space. Lake Nader, unfortunately, needed to play it just a tiny bit faster there. That was pretty close though.